Hello everyone. Do you ever harvest a crop from your garden and then realize you have an empty space where that plant used to be? In my garden, I try not to let that space stay empty. Instead, I plant the next crop while the current crop is still growing. This is called succession planting. That way, when an older plant starts slowing down, the younger plants are already there and ready to take its place. Let me show you how I do this throughout my garden. Let's start with my cucumber plants. These are my older cucumber plants. They have been producing for quite a while. And right next to them, I have these young cucumber plants that are only about 5 inches tall. I planted them about 4 weeks ago with the hope that when the older plants start to slowing down and eventually finish producing, these young ones will already be ready to start producing for me. As the older plants get bigger, I also remove some of the old leaf. This helps clean up the plant and gives the younger cucumber plants more room to grow. I'm not removing the older plants yet because they are still producing cucumber. I'm letting them continue producing while the younger plants grow. Eventually, the older plants will naturally slow down. When that happens, I can remove them and the younger cucumber plants will be ready to take their place. With some planning ahead, I can get more harvest from my small garden. I'm doing the same thing with my zucchini plants. I have older zucchini plants that are still producing while younger plants are growing nearby. Again, I'm not waiting for the old plants to completely finish before starting the next ones. The younger plants get a head start while I can still harvest from the older plants. Eventually, the older plants slow down. The younger plants can take over. And I like that. Succession planting doesn't always mean growing the same vegetable over and over. Sometimes I use one crop to follow another crop. Here's one example. This bed had lettuce growing in it back in June. After harvesting them, I planted baby mustard greens in the empty space. At the same time, I scattered some arugula seeds around the mustard. And voila! Look at what I have now. The mustard greens and arugula have been roommates ever since. But wait, there's actually one more generation in this bed. Remember the lettuce in June? 2 of them are still here to flower and produce seeds because they are growing along the edges and outward. They are not taking much space from the mustard and arugula at all. So right now I actually have 3 generations growing together in one little bed. The grandparents lettuce, the parent mustard, and the kids arugula. Haha. The mustard is grow faster and taking up more space, while the arugula is patiently waiting for its turn. And eventually, the mustard will move out and give the arugula the whole room. Okay, mustard, you did a good job. Time to move out. Once I remove the mustard, the arugula will have more room and sunlight to continue growing. So I'm basically layering the timing of my crop. Hey, and you know what? I have some tiny baby mustard green seedlings popping up and waiting for their turn. So exciting! My marigolds are blooming all summer long. Hello, beauty. And look who is waiting backstage. The next generation of marigolds. These little ones are getting ready for fall, when the current plants eventually stop blooming. Here are my 3 succession planting tips. Tip number 1. Don't overcrowd your garden. Of course, succession planting doesn't mean simply putting more and more plants into the same space. I still need to give the young plants enough room, sunlight, water, and nutrition. The goal is not to overcrowd the garden. The goal is to create a smooth transition from one generation to the next. Tip number 2. Time it right. Learn how long your current plants usually produce and how long the next crop needs to grow. Start the next generation early enough that it will be ready when the older plants need to come out. Tip number 3. Have backups. I also like to plant a few extra seedlings just in case something happens to them. In my garden, sometimes the plants have to deal with some unexpected visitors. My garden is happy. When one plant is finishing, another one is ready getting started. That's how I try to keep my garden producing season after season. I hope this gives you some ideas for your own garden. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more gardening tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the garden next time.